Hello, my name is Gail Cavanaugh. I'm with the RI Kids Create Music School. And something has just recently come to my attention in the course of giving piano lessons, and that is the issue of practice. I know a lot of parents struggle with that, and it's very understandable, especially today with the kids where their attention spans are not where we would like them to be, because they're multitasking, they're going on the internet, they're using digital products now. So it's a little more challenging for them to try and focus on something like piano lessons. And with piano, if you're playing piano, if you are a piano player, you know a piano player, you know that you have to be very focused to be a piano player and to be playing the lessons. So parents, my message to you is not to just get distraught over it. Number one, you want to make sure that your child is really interested in piano. How did he get interested in he or she get interested in piano to the point where they now have a piano teacher? Was that your idea or was it their idea? I have seen, my experience has shown me that the children who really enjoy piano are the ones who came up with the idea themselves. They asked their parents if they could take lessons. I find that sometimes if it's the parents' desire that the child take the lessons and the child doesn't want to, that's where you're going to have your problems. I've had a couple of children come into my classes who sat and they didn't do anything. And when I questioned them, why they signed up for the class if they don't want to do anything, they said it wasn't their idea, it was their parents' idea. And unfortunately, the kids stayed through the entire sessions and didn't learn anything, had no interest in learning the piano at all. So you want to make sure that if your child is getting into piano lessons, that he really is truly interested and it's not something that's being pushed upon him. I know that children don't know what's good for them, but you're better off having them do something that they enjoy, that they wanted to do, rather than you trying to encourage them to take the lessons when they have no interest in it. The piano is a very beautiful instrument. It's very beneficial for children in a school-age setting. They get so many skills from it, but if it's really not something that they're cut out for, they're better off not taking the lessons. Now, number two, you want to try and get the child on a schedule. It may be that they're used to being on a schedule. When they're in school, they're on a schedule. They have math at 10 o'clock and then maybe social studies at 11 o'clock or something like that. When they come home, it's a good idea to put them on a schedule. Decide on a time that you want them to have their lessons before dinner. I would recommend before dinner. In this way they have more thinking, more energy to think. Put the schedule up on the wall. What are they doing before piano? What are they doing after? Do they have to do their homework first? Can they do their homework after piano? And then start them out with 15 minutes at a time. Maybe they need to get accustomed to playing the piano. It might be too overwhelming for them, to have all these lessons. So put them on for 15 minutes. See how they do. And then if they do well with that, increase it to the half hour. Always have them do their warm-ups first, then do the lessons that they were assigned, the songs that they were assigned to, and that's it. And 15 minutes is plenty. Sometimes they may go on to a half hour. Some children play for an hour, some play for 2 hours. You have to decide which is the right timing for them. Now, it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in playing the piano. And so you want to, and this is going to take a span of about 10 years. It could take more than 10 years, depending on how much time they're putting into their practice. But at the same time, you don't want to deprive them of playing piano at all. Now, I have had children who were very, very active, very disruptive in the class. And what I had to do was give them a little extra work. And these children turned out to be the most talented children. Yes, the most disruptive children turned out to be the most talented children. They spent more time on the piano. They learned more songs in a shorter amount of time because they had the capacity, the ability, the talent, the talent and the skill to play the piano, and plus they had the desire. So if you have a child that's very overactive, very disruptive, maybe he's not disciplined, he's not behaving, put him on the piano, put him on extra time. Give him more challenging. And what I also had to do with these disruptive kids is I had to give them more challenging work. And believe it or not, it worked. These kids ended up being not disruptive in the class like they were at the beginning. They weren't troublemakers anymore. They were quiet. They were happy. They were pleased with what they were doing. So don't underestimate your child. Beethoven, if you might know the story of Beethoven, his father used to throw him down the cellar with a piano, and he used to lock him in, make him play songs, and he couldn't come out until he played a song. Well, Beethoven went on to become a very skilled piano player, and he became a composer. He's a master of piano. Now, today, we would not be able to do that without getting away with being charged with child brutality or child abuse. But you may want to give your child more time on the piano if he is not behaving. This piano music will calm them down. It'll make them more disciplined. So don't be afraid to give them a little bit more work and be discreet about it. Okay, so now if none of that works, it may be that he or she is not connecting with the teacher, and you may have to change teachers from time to time. But if you find that you keep changing teachers and this problem still is not resolved, again, I have to ask you to reconsider. Maybe your child is not cut out for the piano. And that's fine. You just have to find something else that he or she is interested. And it's not really a big problem if he's not interested in it. But it will be a problem if he's in it and his heart really is not in it. Okay, so I hope this helps you. And again, if you have any other questions, do not hesitate to give me a call. You can contact me on Facebook. If you go to the RI Kids Create Music School page, and you can write me a message on that page. Okay? And thanks for listening, and good luck with your child.